We're in pin 4, checking out 5 crossbred gilts. Starting off the pin, this is 2-2, the little ballerina gilt. She's going to be lot 24. She's an electrified justice. I really like this gilt. She is stout skulled. Look at that chest floor she's coming to you. Very wide and square in that chest makeup. You get on top of her, she's wide down that top line. She's level from the side. You step in behind her, she's square hip. Really good shape out through her hip and hind leg as well. Big bones. I think this gilt is going to have a lot of fun and a lot of future. She's one that's going to be ready to hit the jackpot ring here in a month or so when those shows start. And I think she'll hold together all the way up as we go out through state fairs in August. Again, that's 2-2. Dad has now got, let's see, this is, which one have you chose? 23-12. This little wide belted gilt here. This girl is a pay and debt justice. She's going to be lot 34 in the sale. To me, she's a gilt that's still a notch green in her makeup, but man, she's a powerhouse as well. You get on top of her, she has a big old top leg in her, groove down that top. You see that natural center body dimension. She's deep-sided. She has a lot of rib shape out through that center portion of her body. If we can see her coming at us, she's really square in that chest floor. You get behind her, she's square in that hip shape as well. One that you really appreciate in terms of how she's designed to put together. We'll see if Dad can get her out here to get us a really good view. I think she's one that's going to have a lot of future, and it's going to be a lot of fun to get out and show as we get into these summer months. Again, that is 23-12. Hop it on now. This is 4-4. She's going to be lot 25. She's a man in a mission back on a reach and high out of our good 66-6 crossbred sow. This girl I call just combines it all. She's sound structured. She can get out and move really well with a lot of ease. She's up-headed. She's leveled her makeup. She's square hip. She's deep-sided, big rib, has that cocky show ring attitude, you know, that up-headed, natural up-headed look that makes breaking them extremely easy. I really like this gilt. I think she's one you're going to go home and she's going to get on a feeder and you're going to love her more in here in a month. I have a lot of high hopes for this girl. That's 4-4. 11-9 is lot 26. She's an exchange rate back on a matchmaker. She is one of the greener gilts in the sale, but she's one that I love from the side profile. Just look at that. She's up-headed. She's level down that top line. Really square made in that hip shape. Really good in terms of that depth of body, center rib. She's a gilt to me that has a lot of brood style potential as well and just how she's put together. One that you know is marked extremely well as far as a color standpoint to stand out in a ring. I really like this gilt. I think she's one, you get her home, you get her on some feed, you pay some special attention to her, and you know, when it comes time for the big ring, you know, in August at these state fairs, this is where this gilt's going to shine. One that I really like. This is 25-8, lot 35. She's a Mad Money Prime Time. Here's a gilt that I really like how she's put together. Her basic build is extremely well. She's up-headed. She has that really cool, cocky attitude look to her. As you see her coming at you, she has a big old chest floor laid in her. She's really square out through her hip and hind leg. Really level from the side. Really appreciate her in terms of that natural muscle shape down that top and out through her hip. I think this is going to be a gilt that's going to be a lot of fun to feed this summer, one that has a lot of upside potential to her, and one I think comes from a really cool pedigree as well. Again, that is 25-8.